What did the crowd make of it around you today?
Like as in the West Ham crowd, you mean?
Yeah, just as a sense of occasion.
So the feeling I had, and I thought it was a bit similar in the Community Shield last weekend, was very much the like, okay, we want to see Haaland play. I think even as a West Ham fan or a Liverpool fan or any opposition fans that they will face now, there's this feeling of like, okay, we want to see, now that he's here, finally, we want to see how he plays, what he does, if we can defend against him, what kind of run he's going to make, what kind of goal he's going to score. And I felt there was that today as well. There was that kind of anticipation of like, even if he plays against you, I'm not, City fans of course want to see him do well, but even I felt opposition fans were very much like, okay, you also came today to watch West Ham and to watch your players and Jared Bowen and the new signings, blah, 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 of course. But I think there was a feeling as well of we want to see Erling Haaland now, a bit like you would want and go and see a Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, or this and that. Not that he's at that level yet, but certainly I had that feeling that there was a sense of anticipation and even of excitement, really, to be fair, even amongst the rest of the stadium.
That excitement, though, was somewhat muted when we saw on the big screen Jan was apparently put up there as he was broadcast with Erling's dad as he was making his way to the seat, Jan.
Yeah, it was, and it was the first time I had two father and son at the game, and he was delayed to the game. So I said to him, "So Alfie, where are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm with my family, with the Manchester City fans." "Yeah, but we're going to see each other at half-time." And I said, "Where are you?" And he said, "Well, I am with the City fans," and there were like thousands of them. And somehow we managed to find him, and he came down, and of course he was proud. Is to find this balance between being an advisor, being a dad, and of course anyone can understand how nervous you are when your son is doing that penalty. But this is a good thing for them. And after the game, we spoke to Erling as well, and Erling said, "This is a great day for me and my family. This is a family-bound man, and this team Haaland is not only a cliche; it's really a thing." They were all the whole family today sitting, as I said, behind there. And Alfie told me when he was going off for the penalty, there was 200 Manchester City fans turned around to him and filming him with their phones as he was shooting. And it was funny, around the 80th minute, people were thinking there's only one Alfie Harland. There's not many fathers who get that in a game.
Hey, that's all right. Jan's like his bodyguard.
Well,
Kevin Costner, Whitney Houston, there it is. It's all playing out on the sideline.
No idea where you're going with this, Dad.
Beautiful.
No idea.
Right, let's go to Robbo to ruin the party. Robbo, you were really disappointed with the way that West Ham approached this game today.
Yeah, West Ham and David Moyes must have watched the game between Fulham and Liverpool, and now Fulham got around Liverpool and made it difficult for them. There were 62,000 people at the game, the highest crowd that West Ham have ever had for a home game. And you expected them to be in the faces of Manchester City, try and press them fairly high, play at a high tempo. And what did they do? Sit back, allowed Manchester City to play a passing game. It was almost at walking paces at times, and it was too easy for Man City to get it into wide areas and pass their way through West Ham. I thought it was a shocking performance by West Ham, and their approach I couldn't think could be any worse to try and get the 62,000 back inside the stadium. Good from Man City, of course, great for Haaland, but really poor from West Ham.
Shall I ask Jan? I'll ask Jan.
Ask him, go on.
Is it over, Jan?
Who?
37 games to go.
Germany.
37 games to go. It's done, isn't it? That's it. Give City the title now.
Well, Al Shearer said it's 258 goals to go to my record. He said after he scored 2. I think the first target now for Erling Haaland could be hard enough. He has scored 2 for Manchester City, and Alfie Harland has scored 3. So let's see if he can beat that.
Yeah, so if he can be the best Haaland of it all. Jules, it does, you kind of feel, add another level of excitement to the Premier League, not necessarily the competitive level, but to have someone of that quality within it.
Yeah, completely. And I mean, again, we don't have to go back again into the Darwin Núñez, the Erling Haaland sort of competition, if you want, but to see the impact that Darwin had yesterday on Liverpool at a time where Liverpool really needed it. And then the response from Erling, again, for me, they're not really in the same dimension anyway, but let's say because they're the two biggest signings. And to see the response today from Erling from the start, and again, we go back, the penalty and the way he got it himself, and then took it and scored it, and then the second goal even more. I agree with Robo. he won't always face a team like West Ham so passive in many respects. I mean, the second goal, Rodri has the time. Rodri doesn't even scan before receiving the ball in his own half on the second goal. And then he can turn, and then he can give the ball to De Bruyne, who's on his own as well. And then, anyway, so there will be time where it's harder than that. But for Erling today, it was the perfect response to yesterday's actions, to last weekend actions, to all the noise that has been going on all this week. And again, like Pep said, it's not because he scored 2 that he's like Ronaldo or Thierry Henry just yet, but it's certainly the best start he could have had of his Premier League career, for sure.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.